Hello and welcome back to Mega Reacts. So today we're going to be watching Babylon 5 Season 1 Episode 16. Last episode we had a man of faith, a true believer who was looking for the Holy Grail out in the universe. He has looked on Earth, it is not there. To the universe he goes. So he wound up on Babylon 5. He met with the Vorlons. He met with the Minbari and the Centauri. He did not meet with the Narn, but he met with various races, seeing if they knew anything about the Holy Grail. The Minbari looked upon him with great reverence and respect, and he treated them very respectfully too. Two spiritual people meeting and understanding each other. It was really great. And in the end, he died, sadly, without finding the Grail. Or did he? Did he find it in death? He said he did, so maybe he did. Did he find it in life when he met Sinclair? Maybe. That's one of my crazy theories I have going on. It probably won't last through season 1. My theories come and go. Even ones I get right, I'll end up just moving on to something else. But maybe he did find the Grail. Maybe he did. I don't know. But he died, but he passed on his mantle to someone else the way it was passed on to him. So the search will continue by the new spiritual person with the mighty wood staff who walks through the galaxy. He reminds me of a wizard. He reminded me of Gandalf. That's who he reminded me of, and that's not a bad thing. I love Gandalf. Lord of the Rings is my jam. But overall, it was a fantastic episode. It gave me those warm little fuzzy feelings I get with good sci-fi, and I can ask for nothing more. I'm probably going to watch that episode a few more times because I really like it. I want to rewatch it. But we have episode 16 to watch. So if you want to watch episode 16 with me, you got to come on this journey. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Patreon link in the description below. This is Mega. Let's get into it. Is that a motorcycle? Very cool.
Open. And what can I do for the Minbari?
Shal Mayan will shortly be returning here. In light of the incident which occurred during her last visit to Babylon 5, Ambassador Delaney would like a full security detail assigned to her.
Good idea. Give me her itinerary and I'll arrange it.
You got branded.
What exactly does it do?
What does it do? It's a motorcycle. You ride it.
Like a little kid.
A vehicle.
Oh, it's more than just a vehicle. This baby's a piece of Earth history.
History. That is an interest of mine.
Yeah. Well, I've been building this little piece of history for the last 5 years, scrounging parts wherever I could. I won this manual in a blackjack game, but it doesn't do me much good. It's in Japanese.
Given some time to study this manual, perhaps I could be of assistance.
Bromance.
Well, at this point,
in the making.
I'll take all the help I can get. Garibaldi.
Mr. Garibaldi, please report to the briefing room.
On my way.
What do you think?
Most of the personnel will be no trouble. This one, however...
Anything you can't handle?
I don't have to handle it. Her record's spotless. There's no need to include her.
That's not your decision. And she will be included.
I gotta pause it right now. A moment of silence for the great, the wonderful Jeffrey Combs. He's fantastic. Reanimator. One of the best movies ever made. I love it. I watched it when I was like 14 or 15 for the first time, and it was nuts. He was also in, he was in another movie by the same director, I think. What was it called? Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it was really good. They found a way to travel to a different, like a level of reality, and their hypothalamus, I think, or something in their brain was like shooting out of their head, and it was a trippy movie. I was way too young to watch it. Probably it might have ruined me, maybe, possibly. I don't know, but it was great. Jeffrey Combs, though, I love him. He was also in Frighteners. He was in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. He played a Klingon. No, not a Klingon. Yeah, Jeffrey Combs is who you picture as a Klingon. He played a Ferengi. He played not a Jem'Hadar. He was Weyun. He was I can't remember what the race is. I'm losing my mind here. There's the Founders, the Jem'Hadar, Vorta. He played a Vorta. He played the Vorta, the main Vorta. We loved him. He also played some weird dude in a full prosthetic who I think wanted a hologram made of Major Cura. If you remember that. But I think he's also has been in Enterprise. I haven't seen Enterprise yet. And he's probably been in Voyager too. He seems to be an actor they like. Great character actor. He can really come through under prosthetics too, which some actors can't do. So he's fantastic. So excited he's here. I paused my video and ranted because Jeffrey Combs. He's the best. And this other dude, I recognize the voice. So I know I've seen him in something else. But I can't put my finger on it. But, Jeffrey Combs. Look how young he looks. He's a baby. I'm so excited for this episode. Let's get back to it. And why are they looking at my girl's service record? Ivana Vancia. I don't know, something like that. Why? Why?
When do we begin?
Begin what?
As always, Mr. Gray, when the time is right.
In popular Earth culture, the motorcycle was often seen as a symbol of independence of spirit, freedom, sexual prowess, and
Sexual prowess.
Sexual prowess. I'm all over the place in this episode. I'm sorry. My mind is just... I'm drinking a Red Bull for the first time in like 6 months. Does he have psychic powers?
Yes?
This is Security Chief Garibaldi. I'd like to speak to Aaron Franks.
He's not in.
In that case, I'd like to speak to you.
A moment, please.
Put my gloves on. You're not going to murder him, are you? You just don't want to touch him.
Hey, Aaron, this is...
Mr. Garibaldi. Very good.
You know me?
Intimately. Fix you a drink.
I don't drink.
Really?
Really?
Good.
Heard you were a drunkard.
It's a vile habit when abused. Makes a soldier weak. Gets him in a lot of trouble.
You're starting to irritate me, Mr. Franks, and I don't like being irritated. It gives me gas.
The name isn't Franks. It's Colonel Ari Benzane, Earth Force Internal Affairs.
Your eyes?
I'm an internal investigator. Mr. Gray is a military specialist from Psycho. We're here to make a special investigation of Babylon 5 command staff.
Okay. You're investigating the staff. Oh no. Sinclair made enemies in the Senate. Maybe they're
Recent
trying to
events
push
on
him
Mars
out.
Colony and elsewhere have shown the need for increased scrutiny of all off-world installations. Similar investigations are taking place on all our outposts. We must know who is loyal to Earth Force and who isn't. It's all fairly routine.
And what part does Psy-Corps play in this routine? Regulations prohibit the use of telepaths in command-level investigation.
There are new regulations, Lieutenant Commander Ivanova.
Psy-Corps may be running the rest of the world, but I refuse
Ivanova. I'll check these new regulations, Colonel. Meanwhile, I'll have someone show you and Mr. Gray to new quarters in Blue Sector.
Mr. Garibaldi will escort me.
Mr. Garibaldi has duties.
Not anymore. I'm assigning him to my staff for the duration of this investigation.
What?
I like his style.
As Chief of Security, Mr. Garibaldi
I like
is essential to the operation of this station.
Then Mr. Garibaldi's second can handle it for a few days. I need him to expedite this matter. You may carry on, Commander.
About the military, man. Chain of command. There ain't much you can do.
Gray? Mr. Garibaldi.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Pleasure, yes.
My God, if I ever find out who's behind this circus act.
I will not submit to a telepathic scan, Commander. It's against my person and my principles.
I don't like it any better than you do. Enough people have played with my brain already this year.
Do I have the Colonel's permission to speak freely?
Getting the truth is my job. I expect to hear it whenever you talk to me.
Yeah, well, in that case, I think this is the biggest pile of horse hockey I ever saw. Who the hell's running Earth Force? Abbott and Costello?
Abbott and Costello.
That's an old reference.
I must admit, Mr. Garibaldi, I've become fascinated by this vehicle. Do you realize that it was a symbol of masculinity in your society?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. I'll clear you for access to my quarters, but if you damage anything,
I assure you, I will exercise extreme caution. And thank you very much.
There's no way he put any of that stuff about Sinclair on paper.
While that's working, load interweb program.
Well,
Parameters.
on file.
All info on Colonel Ari Benzane, Earth Force Internal, and Mr. Harriman Gray, Psi Corps Military Specialist. The usual sources. Code all responses Gold 2.
Acknowledged.
Mr. Gray, I'm very busy.
Lieutenant Commander, I'm aware of your hostility towards Psi Corps and the reason for it. You know, when I was a boy, I dreamed of being a combat pilot. I built models of every space fighter that was available. I collected squadron patches. It was all I ever wanted to be. And then my talent manifested itself the first month, and telepaths aren't allowed in regular military service, so it's not easy to have your dreams snatched away just because you're different. I didn't take it very well. Then the Corps came. They said I could still serve in Earth Force as a Psi Corps liaison.
A boyhood dream come true. I'm in tears.
It saved my life. Gave me purpose again, and granted, it's not the same as your kind of soldiering, but part of a dream is better than none.
Is there a point to the story, Mr. Gray?
I just want you to know I love the Force and respect the people like you who serve in it.
A pretty speech. Did the Colonel write this for you?
No. I give you my word. I'll respect your personal privacy. The only thoughts I'll be looking for are those concerned with your duties in Earth Force.
Mr. Gray, I'm grateful the Psi Corps has given you a purpose in life. When that purpose includes scanning my mind to prove my loyalty, it's not only invasion of my privacy, but my honor. As for fear, if you enter my mind for any reason, I will twist your head off and use it for a
Okay,
pot.
we're back.
If you'll excuse me.
That was so intense. Why did you cut out at that moment? Her intensity broke my internet. And I believe her. She will kick the shit out of you, dude. But I feel bad for him, too. He's not a bad dude. He seems okay. Why are you out for Sinclair, dude?
Mr. Garibaldi, you look like the back end of an Orion Slitch.
Oh, and a gracious good morning to you, Commander. I've been up all night with Colonel Ben Hitler. He wants to interview you at 1200.
Good. The sooner we can get this lunacy disposed of, the quicker we can get back to doing our job.
Look, I know you're a by-the-book guy, Jeff, but let's face it. We've rewritten the book a few times to make B5 work. I made a few enemies along the way.
Spiritual building a motorcycle. A machine of sexual prowess.
Mr. Garibaldi, I was just about to embark on the mysteries of the fuel injection system. Would you care to join me?
Come back after 1200.
Domo arigato.
He's learning Japanese. Yeah, he did pretty good.
Not bad.
My apologies, Commander. But this matter can't wait.
Resignation?
What's this
I wish to resign my commission effective immediately.
What?
Yeah.
I had a talk with Mr. Gray last night. He said the Colonel will insist that I be scanned. I cannot allow that, and this is the only way to avoid it.
Forget it. I refuse to accept your resignation.
I'm within my rights. I won't have the Psi Corps probing me like some sort of a lab specimen.
And I won't have you ruin your career or leave Babylon 5. You're too important to me. Besides, I've found a way to avoid the scans within the regulations.
May I borrow your PPG to shoot myself squarely in the head?
That won't be necessary. This time.
This time. He's so damn cool. Sinclair's so cool.
Yes.
They clearly state that telepathic scans are allowed only to determine the truth of specific charges brought in an internal investigation. They are not meant as a blanket for loyalty checks.
Interpreting regulations for a senior officer could be considered insubordination.
No, sir. I am simply exercising command privilege to officially question a new regulation as outlined by Article 35 of the Earth Force Code. In case you're not familiar with it, it requires a hearing before 5 senior officers.
Sit down, Commander. You haven't been dismissed.
Hell I will. You have a complaint against me, make it. Otherwise, this interview is over.
Stand fast, mister! I've seen plenty like you. Hotshots promoted up through the ranks without any real leadership ability. You think, because you fought on the line, normal military standards don't apply to you. Well, think again, hero. As of this moment, I'm relieving you of your command pending a full inquiry before a military tribunal.
What?
You heard me. I'm assuming command.
Are nuts.
As of now, I'm in charge.
Yes.
Whoa, yeah, whoa, whoa,
Trying
whoa.
to bait you.
Whoa.
He's hoping you swallow it whole.
As I'm bringing specific charges, the regulations on telepathic scan now apply. We will reconvene here in 1 hour.
You have a hole in your mind.
Investigation.
What is he gonna see?
Mr. Garibaldi, what the hell's going on?
I wish I had a clue.
Lieutenant Commander, at 1500, Mr. Garibaldi will escort you to Blue 8 for a formal inquiry.
I don't know what this guy's after, but he's pulling out all the stops to get it.
I won't submit to a scan.
He'll charge you with insubordination.
And I'll be replaced and dishonorably discharged. It's a very Russian ending.
I picked up something on the interweb. It looks like you and Ben Zane have something in common.
What?
Now, you were both considered for command of Babylon 5. Now, he was in the top 10, but you were, well, somewhere below that anyway.
Farther down.
You also have a mutual friend, Bester.
The Psychop?
He assigned Gray to Ben Zane. He and the Colonel are buddies.
Sinclair, if you please.
He's a general who worked for Psycorps. It's all for them to take control of Babylon 5.
Will you be scanning the Colonel as well?
Now what are you playing at?
You're the commander of Babylon 5 now. The regulation says all involved parties on staff may be scanned, and you're involved, Colonel, up to your neck.
That will be all, mister.
That gives him
You're
the
here to answer
door.
questions.
The intent of a question is sometimes as important as the answer. It must have stuck in your craw when you were passed over for command of Babylon 5. Passed over for a hotshot without any real leadership ability.
Sinclair, I'm warning you.
There was nothing you could do, of course, until your friend Bester thought of a way to get even, for you and for himself.
You're insane.
Maybe I am. Maybe it's crazy to think that Earth Force still respects honor, freedom, and human dignity when a maggot like you can spit on some of the best officers I've ever served with. All for the sake of your own ambition.
By God, man, I'll have you before an execution squad for this.
Execution.
I face death on the line. Where were you, Colonel? Picking trash out of garbage cans to prove who was loyal and who wasn't?
I got this. Leading people into battle. Sinclair, in Israel, on New Jerusalem, Cyrus III, and 100 more. And I deserved this command. I deserved it. But thanks to those damn Minbari, you got it. And all your lies won't change that.
Dude is crazy.
You lying, Colonel. I can feel the hatred in you. It's sick, it's deep, it's filthy.
In my mind, you little...
Oh! Uncalled
There you
for.
are.
Colonel, it's over.
It's over for you, Sinclair, you and these misfits you call soldiers. I'll have you all up before a tribunal.
Pain.
One punch. Glass jaw.
I assume the investigation is concluded?
It's a beauty.
Behold, the Ninja ZX 11.
Symbol of masculinity.
You did a beautiful job. It's great, isn't it? Huh? It's too bad we can't ride it.
Oh, it's quite rideable.
Out of here.
Yes, of course.
No, wait. I didn't mean go. I meant... Never mind.
That's
Give me a
funny.
hand with this, huh?
Oh, they're looking at the motorcycle.
It's good to have things back to normal.
Back to normal. That was a good ending. I'll be right back with you. So that was Babylon 5, Season 1, Episode 16. That was a fun episode. We had Jeffrey Combs playing a Psi officer. Read minds, but he was a Psi officer with honor who wanted to be a pilot. So he has that kind of military tradition and mindset, which separates him from a lot of the Psycorps we have met who are absolutely psychotic a-holes. So it was just great seeing him playing a decent, fun character. fun. He wasn't a fun character. A decent character. Not fun. He wasn't very fun. He kind of had a thing for Ivanovich. I can't say her name. But he really overstepped his bounds talking about her mom. Dude, what are you doing? You know she has mom issues. Too far. You might have been able to make a friendship there. I don't know. I'm hoping his character comes back. Let me know in the comments below. Will we see his character again? No real details. Just does he show back up? I'm curious. I would like to see him again. But we also mentioned in this episode, is it Beecher or Becker? You know who I'm talking about. Chekhov, which is the Psy Corps guy we met a few episodes back, with the guy who became like pure mind and thought and energy and power and could manipulate the very atoms of the universe. So he was involved with trying to help this general take control of Babylon 5, all to get back at Sinclair, and it would have worked if it wasn't for these pesky kids and their dog. It was really great. It was really great. It was just fun. And the little side story I probably even liked more than the main one, which is the Minbari dude and God, what's his name? How'd I forget his Garibaldi and the Minbari dude working on a motorcycle, and not even working together very often, just mainly the Minbari dude doing it. But the excitement the Minbari had on working on this piece of masculinity of 20th century Earth, it was great. It was fun. It reminded me of some of the best parts of different sci-fis I've seen, where you get these two cultures working together, two people that are total opposites who become friends over something as ridiculous as building a Earth bike from the 20th century. It was great. It was great. A good episode, a great episode. These last two episodes I've really, really enjoyed. And we're getting close to the end of season 1. We have like 6 episodes left. So those of you on Patreon who are going to be watching this reaction next month, the month of April, I'm watching 6 episodes, Babylon 5. Next month, we finish season 1 of Babylon 5. I usually only watch 4 episodes. Next month, I'm doing 6. We're going to finish season 1. I just got to see how season 1 ends, and I got to get into the other seasons. I don't know where the show goes. I don't know. It could go anywhere. When you watch things like Star Trek, you kind of know roughly what's going to happen, because you know the world, like if you were a big fan like I was, like I am, maybe not current Trek, but you kind of have an idea of what to expect. I'm new to Babylon 5. I am new to this world. I'm new to this environment. I'm new to this writer. I'm new to all of it. So I really do not know how season 1 is going to end and where we're going to pick up in season 2. It all depends on how season 1 ends, but how's it going to end? I don't know, but I cannot wait to find out. So next month, 6 episodes. Please continue to come on this crazy Babylon 5 journey with me. To do that, all you have to do is like, comment, share, subscribe. Patreon link in the description below. This is Mega signing off.